Who run Bartertown?
You know who.
You know him, you love him. He's...
Sup? I got stuff. I got things that I would like to share. I want to share my thing with you. But before I share my thing with you, after you see what this is, you're going to be like, what? How the fuck did this even... What the hell? Right? So, sometimes my schedule at work will take me to my own neighborhood, right? Where I live currently. And usually it's the last couple jobs of the day or so, right? So I just go home. I'm not going to drive 20 minutes back to the shop to get my car and drive 20 minutes back. No, I just go home. Right? Just take the truck. I'm allowed to do it. It's not like I'm illicitly doing it. I'm allowed to do it. Right? Take my truck home. And usually I get, you know, food and whatnot to last me the rest of the night. And that way I don't have to ever go out again. Like, that's kind of my everyday thing. I just grab everything that I need. And then I go home. And then I don't have to go out anymore tonight. Awesome, right? Well, I forgot to get cigarettes. And I wanted to get snacks. So I was like, alright, well, I'm going to go get smokes and snacks. And as I'm driving to go get cigarettes and snacks, I'm like, you know, it doesn't really look like I have headlights. Sure enough, no, didn't have headlights. So I told my boss, hey, the truck doesn't have any headlights. And he's like, okay. So Thursday he tells me that Friday you're going to be taking his truck. And then he is going to stay here with me. We're going to do a couple of jobs that I got to do. And then we're going to fix your lights. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I do like 2/3 of the day. And I'm like, well, now it's like 1:30. My next job's at 4. I'm like, so I call the office. I'm like, what you want me to do? And they're like, come back here, swap out your trucks again, because your truck is done, you get your truck again. And I was like, cool. So I come into the office, swap out the trucks, and then I go into the office to be like, I still don't have a job, man. And there's my boss, sitting at his desk, watching a live stream on his phone of this guy opening up these packs of cards. And I'm like, this is what you're doing when I don't have any work to do? I'm like, well, this is what you're doing. And so I go to a big thing, just making fun of him. And he's like, no, you gotta see this. And he shows me what these cards are. And I was like, that's pretty fucking cool. And he's like, yeah, right? And then he's telling me all about how he's gotten into collecting these cards. And I'm like, that's really cool. So I'm like, where does one purchase such wonderful things? Well, Amazon. Well, he said eBay, and I'm like, I love eBay. The thing that I love about eBay is that eBay's gone kind of corporate, right? It has become kind of like a bigger business type of thing, but there's still that underground dirty flea market of people just selling the most random shit. And it's like, if you can't find it on Amazon, you can find it on eBay. It's just who you're dealing with might not always be, you know. So I don't know. I'm always kind of, eBay's kind of sus to me because eBay's got a sus element to it. But what they are is they are pieces of the past. This is the Pirates edition, and we're going to be opening these today. I also got a pack from the Pieces of the Past Kaleidoscopic edition. Alright, this is all shiny. It's very shiny. And then I got Pieces of the Past Inventors edition. And this is like Pieces of the Past potpourri. It seemed to have a very wide variety of stuff. Now, my boss said this is shit, because because he doesn't like the way it looks. So we'll open this one first and see if we like the way it looks. Because he's like, yeah, I don't like that. He's like, I don't like the way that the cards look. And, But these are really cool, I think, because they have, I'm going to throw it all in the box that way. They have, how the fuck do I open this? Oh, they have little pieces of like old writings that people did, like George Washington, and it'll have like a little snippet of something he wrote on, or something whatever, or something from that time period, and right, and you never know what you're gonna get, but it's cool. I think it's cool. I've always liked the idea of owning a piece of history. Like when I found out that, you know, very famous artwork from Monet, Rodin, you know, that private individual people owned these things and just lent them to museums. I always thought it would be so cool to be like, hey, let's go to the museum and see my artwork. Like, I always thought that would be neat. So we're gonna see who and what we get. Ready? Ready? Alright. So I got a card of Diego Velázquez. Kinda neat. Don't know who that is. Hometown, Seville, Spain. Born June 6, 1599. He was the leading artist in the court of King Philip IV of Spain and Portugal. Huh. Very cool. Oh, wow. Frida Kahlo. I got a relic of Frida. Now, what is this? I don't know. You see it? Frida, there she is, the unibrow lady. And we got some sort of, looks like a newspaper clipping or something. It says outpost from Centerville Courthouse to Monsoon, 6 miles in the airline, some city where the something was flaunted for weeks. I don't know. It's neat though. Very cool. I have received an authentic jumbo relic card. The front of this card features the following types of authentic and original relics. Original newspapers, original handwritten letters, time period manuscripts, documents, land grants, books, tickets, and other relics that were attributed to the subject on the front of this card. So that must be like some sort of newspaper clipping that is attributed to Frida. Frida Kahlo. Kinda cool. Not somebody that I had been thinking in my mind, boy oh boy, I hope I get something from Frida. But hey, I think they made a movie about it. Wasn't that a Salma Hayek movie? Frida? What do we get now? Ooh, ooh, ooh. The card is Richard Wagner. He was born May 22nd, 1813. Richard Wagner is known for his operas, which had revolutionary impact on Western music. Hometown Leipzig, Germany. That's cool, Richard Wagner. Oh. Wow. I got a quad relic that has George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Alexander Hamilton, and Abraham Lincoln. And I gotta tell you, the Thomas Jefferson, I don't know, that looks like something written. Like, what do you think? The rest of them all look like newspaper clippings. But like that Thomas Jefferson, that looks like something on like line paper you'd use at school. I don't know. I'm sure it's all legit. That's kind of cool though. Yeah, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Alexander Hamilton, Thomas Jefferson. That's really cool. Like, and this is the crazy thing, because I didn't get the president's one. Because as you can see, like, down there at the bottom, it says 4 packs per box, 4 cards per pack, 4 relics per box, right? 1 relic per pack. The one for the president said 2 relics per box. And I'm like, man, I'm not paying $75 for 2 relics when I could pay $70 for 4 relics. Like, that's ridiculous. And this is a 1 plus 3. That is super cool. My boss is probably watching this right now like, hey, beginners. Hey, my first one was fucking Frida, alright? I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm just saying, again, I was thinking, how cool would it be to get, like, George Washington, some George Washington thing. Not only did I get that, but a bunch of other guys too. Very cool. This, I'm gonna guess this is a Picasso. That is gonna be my guess, that it is just some Picasso. It's very nice. I mean, I do like it. It's beautiful. Sleeping Lady. Le Rêve, Pablo Picasso. This painting translates to The Dream and depicts Picasso's mistress, Marie-Thérèse Walter. That's Picasso's lover. Ow! Look at that! Dude. We got Annie Oakley and Calamity Jane. How badass is that? A double. We got a quad, we got a double. We got some dangerous ladies. Yeah. All of these say the same thing on the back. All right. That's pretty cool. That almost looks as if it may be something handwritten for Calamity Jane. That's pretty neat. That definitely is like a newspaper for Annie Oakley. Pretty cool, Annie Oakley and Calamity Jane. Got a double. My boss is probably right now being like, and again, beginner's luck. Frida set it up, man. Frida's my good luck charm. I might carry Frida with me somehow in some way. Not the card, like I'm not going to throw that shit in my wallet. Get all fucked up. But Frida has become my unofficial good luck historical character. So we got, for the last pack, for this box, the big blue one that my boss said that he didn't like because he didn't like the cards. I like it. It's pretty cool. We got Joseph Haydn. He's the card. We'll learn about Joseph Haydn right now. Born March 31st, 1732. Joseph Haydn was a composer who was a major figure in the development of the classical style of music. Rohrau, Austria. The Austrians. Oh, now that's cool. Because I got to tell you, when I was in school, I was a singer, and I actually sang quite a few Vivaldi pieces, which is pretty awesome for me, because now I've got Antonio Vivaldi. Now, if it would have been a music score, that would have been, if it would have been actual sheet music, that would have been fucking sweet. But some sort of newspaper clipping or something, and it's in a language I do not speak, so I cannot read it to you. Silly Don Joan. I don't know. But yeah, Vivaldi. So that was pretty cool. Our 4 relic cards is Antonio Vivaldi. Very neat, I think. We got Annie Oakley and Calamity Jane. a couple of dangerous ladies, artists in the art of killing, artists of a different sort, people who make societies as if it were art. Really like that one. That's pretty cool. I kind of get what the boss means about not really loving the card. I'll have to see the contrast with these, but... And then we got the lucky Frida Kahlo. Yeah! My girl. I like Frida. She got me some cool stuff. And who gives a shit about the just cards, whatever. Nobody cares about that. So, yeah. There's that. Put these, where can we put these that they won't get nasty? I know. Back in the box. Put them back in the box. I really need to wipe down my table surfaces. I haven't done that in a minute. Alright. What do you want to see next? You want to see Pirates, Inventors, or Kaleidoscope Edition? Alright, we'll do the Kaleidoscope Edition. See, I heard you. I heard you all go, oh, Kaleidoscope Edition. That sounds amazing. And pretty. Very pretty. I really should have pre-opened, at least got the stupid cellophane wrapping off of them before I started. Oh, man. Ripped the box. It's so tight. Oh, I don't want to rip the box. The box is so cool. And that'll be where the cards go back into. Wow. 4 packs. Bam-o. Man, I haven't done an unboxing in forever. I love doing an unboxing. So much fun. And I just love opening stuff. Alright, now I can already tell that these are kind of... Oh yeah, these are much better. Alright, ooh. We got Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson, not a great guy from what I understand. Emily Dickinson. Alright. What did Emily Dickinson do? I know I've heard the name. Of course, it doesn't say anything. It just says Emily Dickinson. William Friedrich Cody. Alright. Another historical figure. And what do we get? What do we get? Nat Love. I don't have any idea who Nat Love is, but we got something from Nat Love's era, I'm guessing. If you recognize this man, let me know. Nat Love. Yeah, it's like a newspaper piece. I don't know. Very cool. Very cool. Nat Love. That is the Frida of this pack, I believe. We'll see if we get some Alexander Hamilton coming up or something like that. Alright. We got James K. Polk. There we go. Henry Wells? No clue. Grover Cleveland? Very nice. A little hologram. Oh. Herbert R. Livingston, James Monroe, and Francois Barbe Marbois. Pretty cool. Got a triple. It's not a quad of U.S. presidents, but James Monroe, he was president, wasn't he? I don't remember Robert R. Livingston. I mean, I know the name, I just can't, off the top of my head. I have no idea who Francois Barbie Marbois is. But that's pretty cool. Got a triple pack of 3 dudes that I loosely kind of know. The other one had a lot more people that I knew. There is that to point out. I think I knew everybody from the other pack. Oh, goody. Andrew Jackson again. Samuel Colt. Guessing from the Western era. Doc Holliday. I know he's from the Western era. And George Pullman. No idea. No idea who George Pullman is, but there's some sort of something. A piece of history. Yeah, well, this is starting to get a lot more funny. The first one was very cool. He doesn't like the way the cards are, but I certainly like the cards more. Samuel Colt, again, got it. Meriwether Lewis. Meriwether Lewis. Fair enough. Don't know who that is. John Tyler. John Tyler. Alright. Ooh! We got a oh! I recognize one of them. You'll probably recognize them too. And these look like a lot of written things. That's neat. Oh, get ready. Buffalo Bill, P.T. Barnum, Harry Houdini, and James Anthony Bailey. Now, sans James Anthony Bailey, I'm not entirely sure who he is, but Buffalo Bill, P.T. Barnum, and Harry Houdini, I certainly know. That is wicked cool. Obviously, I recognized Houdini first. Duh. But yeah, Buffalo Bill. Wouldn't you agree, big fat person? That's pretty cool. Now we're talking. Alright, so Harry Houdini. So yeah. Buffalo Bill, P.T. Barnum, Harry Houdini, James Anthony Bailey. George Pullman. Neat stuff. Livingston, Monroe, Marbois. And Nat Love. I don't know who he is, but I like his style. Nat Love. Very cool. Alright. Now, inventors, pirates. What do you want? What do you want? Inventors. Alright. We'll do the inventors first. Obviously, we're going to save the coolest for last. I mean, fucking pirates. That's pretty awesome. I can't wait to see what pirates we get. Maybe we'll get a Captain Jack Sparrow. Or a Barbossa. It's so hot. It's so hot up here in the attic. But the AC is so loud. Alright. Inventors. Let's see who we got. Ready? Pack 1. Who's going to be the Frida or Nat Love of this box? Is it going to be Mary Curie? We're going to get us a beautiful big old Bessemer. A Maria Beasley. Creepy looking lady. Maria Beasley. I don't know who she is, but she's an inventor. I would say. And she's an adventurer. Oh. John Deere pop art. Kind of cool. Got a little Andy Warhol vibe going there. A guy in quad. Ooh, a pop art of Nikola Tesla. Oh, shiny. Oh, very shiny. And that's pretty cool. Carl Benz. And that looks like I mean, that feels like a notary stamp. This has got to be some sort of official paperwork. Too bad it's Carl Benz. I have no fucking clue who that is. But you know what's going to be the most fun about this? Now I have to find out who Nat Love is. And maybe after I find out who Nat Love is, I might be like, oh, this is a hell of a lot cooler than I thought. Because Nat Love was a bad motherfucker or something like that. Right? I don't know. Hey! I like this inventor. Benjamin Franklin. He invented the $100 bill. Most people don't know that. Benjamin Franklin invented the $100 bill. And we got another Tesla pop art. Do you really need to see the Tesla pop art again? And James Naismith. Another pop art. I gotta say, not the biggest fan of the pop art. I'd rather just see the picture of the person. But whatever. This also feels like something official. Charles Goodyear. The man who invented tires. Charles Goodyear. Don't know who he is either. Maybe I shouldn't have bothered with inventors. I only know, like, I don't know, Benjamin Franklin, Tesla, Edison, Marie Curie. Or she wasn't an inventor, she was a scientist. Howard Aiken. He invented the slick back look. Howard Aiken. We got somebody looking good. Charles Goodyear pop art. I could put the Charles Goodyear pop art right next to the Charles Goodyear relic. And won't that just look weird? Elias Howe. Eli Whitney, that's another guy that I know. Because I did like 2 fucking papers on Eli Whitney. These are not quite, I mean, like, I gotta be honest with you, man. Like, look at what even is that shit? Like, it's like a piece's portion of it that, I don't know. And now what do we got? We got another one here. We got Charles Babbage. But again, it's like the top, it's only like half of the thing. That's a little depressing. But Charles Babbage, don't know who he is. It is what it is. We still got pirates. We still got pirates, everybody. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. You know what? The Washington thing, that makes the whole thing worth it as far as I'm concerned. I don't know. Rosalind Franklin. She invented the pearl necklace, right? And that slick little grin. I don't know. Rosalind Franklin. We'll have to find out who all these people are. Hey, maybe we'll have to do a book report. Samuel F.B. Morse. I believe that was Morse code. Because I can't think of any other Morses that there would be. And he's got a bunch of military medals on him. So, I'm guessing Morse code. And George Washington Carver. Hey, if there's any black people in the audience, guess what? We got pop art of George Washington Carver for you. Yeah. He invented peanut butter, right? Oh my God. It's somebody I actually fucking know. And it actually seems like another piece of official paper. Thomas Edison. Hell yeah. That's pretty, look at that. That's pretty cool. Like, it feels like what my car title feels like. You know what I mean? Like, it's some sort of document that gets filed somewhere. Thomas Edison. This could be like a patent thing or something. I don't know. Thomas Edison. That's pretty cool. Got me a Thomas Edison. Right. Yeah, I like that. All right. So we got Edison. Edison. We got Charles Babbage. Babbage. We got Charles Goodyear. Right on. And Carl Benz. He invented the Benz. I imagine some sort of thing, probably named Benz, would be my guess. All right, now, what do you want to see next? Stop! I hear you. Pirates. Fuck yeah! Pirates is the coolest. I know a lot of pirates, so this can't possibly disappoint me. And honestly, you know, Thomas Edison makes up for a lot of Carl Benz's. Just saying. 4 more packs. We're almost done. I can almost turn the air conditioner back on. Oh my God, give me 1 second. Oh, look how wet. Ugh. 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 Alright, alright, alright. How much is this so far? 30 minutes already. Damn. Oh, and here's the fun thing. I got more coming tomorrow. Look, when I show you guys the one that I got coming tomorrow, you'll be like, of course he was going to get that. Why wouldn't he have gotten that? Diogo Chow? I'm guessing that's a Japanese pirate of some sort. I don't know. Diogo, I don't know. Or maybe he's French. Maybe it's Chow. What we got here? We got here George Washington is in the Pirates. George Washington. Apparently George Washington also a pirate. See, we're learning. I didn't know George Washington was a fucking pirate. William Shakespeare. Is this just like the pirate era? William Shakespeare was not a fucking pirate. Alright, well, it's William Shakespeare. There you go. Maybe it's William Shakespeare as... If William Shakespeare and George Washington were pirates. Already amazing. Benjamin Franklin, Blackbeard, and Ferdinand Magellan. All looks like, you know, newspaper clippings, probably. But, yeah, Benjamin Franklin, Blackbeard, Edward Teach, and Ferdinand Magellan. That, for the first card, for the first one, the triple, with Franklin and Blackbeard in it, and Magellan, that's pretty cool. Right? See, I told you Pirates is going to be the best, because I'm just like, it's Pirates. We all know Pirates. Pirates are awesome. Edward England. Nice beard. I like his beard. Edward England. Very cool. Charles Vane. Very cool. I remember Charles Vane from Black Flag. It is. It's what if Benjamin Franklin looked like a pirate. It's Benjamin Franklin as a pirate. Why did poor Franklin have to lose an eye? That's fucked up. Oh, here we go. Chung Po Sai. An Asian pirate. And that looks like some sort of actual handwritten something or another. Like part of it's facing the wrong way, but... Oh, that also has like a stamp on it. Like it's some sort of I don't know. That's very cool. I don't know who Chung Po Sai is, but he's a fucking pirate, so he's probably pretty awesome. Right? We'll have to look him up, see who he is. 2 more packs to go. Ferdinand Magellan. We got a good, we got just a picture of good old Ferdy. Franklin D. Roosevelt. Now, look. This shit's getting crazy. Like, I mean, the Franklin with just the eye patch. But, like, there's Roosevelt with a pirate hat on with rigging in the background. And that's pretty cool. I'll take it. What is this? Black Bart. Ovelocity. And it's numbered. This is 23 of 50. This is like some sort of special thing. I don't know. Is this a special thing? Hey, boss, is this a special thing? It says 23 of 50. It must be a special thing. It was Black Bart. That's pretty cool. Ovelocity. Oh, wow. Yeah. This is a good box, man. That looks like handwriting, certainly. And George Washington. Now we're talking, man. Look at that. This is pretty cool, I think. I don't know. It might be something George Washington penned himself. Or it could be some sort of something from that era. No matter what, that's pretty neat. I like the setup of it all. They're very cool. I gotta say, these are very cool. Worth $75. I mean, the guy that my boss was watching was auctioning them off as he was like live streaming, opening the cards, and people were buying them for 20 bucks plus. You know, I don't know what to tell you. Ooh, I don't know who you are, but you look very neat. Francois Lolonais. I ain't French. I don't know who that is. But he's got a sword and armor. He looks like a knight. And there's my camera. Now you can see the camera. You can see what it looks like to be me. This is what I look like when I talk to you guys. I don't want to hear about fucking eye contact. This is what I'm looking at. Fuck you. So, yeah. There's good old Francois. Lolo Nass. He's got Lowell in his name. I like him. Christopher Columbus. There you go. Good old Chris. 1792. Sir Francis Drake. My dad's gonna love that. Because he says that we have relatives that did all manner of money for genealogy to find out that I am somehow related to Sir Francis Drake. So my dad's gonna love that. But I think I'm about as related to Sir Francis Drake as Pocahontas is actually Pocahontas. He's like, oh, now this is really cool. I like that. Yeah, we got Blackbeard and Mary Read. A dubba. Blackbeard stuff. George Washington stuff. Blackbeard and Mary Read. George Washington. Take that, George Washington. Chung Po Sai. Very cool. And we got Benjamin Franklin, Blackbeard, and Ferdinand Magellan. Does that mean I have 2 Blackbeards? I do. I got 2 different Blackbeard ones. A triple and a double. So very cool. I don't know. I think it's neat. Like, I gotta say, you know, it is depressing that these seem mostly to be like newspaper clippings. But at the same time, the ones like, you know, like this, you know, like the George Washington that actually looks like something handwritten. That's kind of cool. I'm going to have to look up how old line paper is. But who knows? I don't know. It's fun. Don't ask me how much money I spent on this. They're expensive. I'll say that. It's $75 a box. You can do the math yourself. I got more shit coming tomorrow.